Have you tried everything to lose that stubborn visceral fat, but nothing seems to work? Maybe you're stuck with methods that promise miracles, but deliver frustration. And you know what's worse? Most people don't realize that visceral fat is not just a cosmetic issue. It is one of the biggest risks to your health. But wait, here comes the good news. There's a science-backed method that can completely transform your body in just 30 days. Yes, you read that right. And no, it doesn't involve extreme diets or endless hours of exercise. What I'm about to show you is an approach that combines smart strategies like intermittent fasting, low-carb diet adjustments, and even little-known techniques, such as protein cycling. Of course, all of this is backed by scientific studies that prove their effectiveness. Imagine finally getting rid of that bloated feeling, watching your belly shrink, and, on top of that, feeling stronger and healthier. Sounds too good to be true. Maybe, but science doesn't lie. And the best part, you can start today. So, if you're tired of empty promises and want real results, you're in the right place. Over the next few minutes, I'll guide you through a practical, straightforward step-by-step process to help you achieve the body you've always wanted. And trust me, the secret lies in the details that almost no one talks about. Ready to find out how? Let's dive into this journey together. Have you ever heard of protein cycling? It's a strategy that, while still relatively unknown, can completely change how your body reacts to protein intake. Here's how it works. Instead of consuming the same amount of protein every day, you alternate between high and low intake days. This helps your body reset its sensitivity to protein, making it more efficient at absorption and muscle protein synthesis. Just imagine how amazing it would be to enhance your results with something as simple as adjusting the amount of protein on your plate. Sounds complicated? It's not. Think of it as a workout for your metabolism, where you train your body to work smarter. Now, why is this important? Well, when we consistently consume an excess of protein, the body can get used to it and become less efficient at synthesizing muscle proteins. It's like your body saying, "Oh, more of the same. I can slack off." Protein cycling breaks this pattern, creating a more powerful anabolic effect. For example, on a low-protein day, you could opt for lighter meals, like a salad with boiled eggs or a fruit smoothie with a touch of whey protein. On high-protein days, a dinner with ground beef or grilled chicken breast would be perfect to give your body that protein spike. It's like giving your body a reason to work harder. And here's what's more interesting. This strategy doesn't just help with muscle gain, but can also be an ally in weight loss. By alternating protein intake, you keep your metabolism active and avoid plateaus. Plus, it's a flexible approach that adapts to different routines and goals. Want a practical example? On a low-protein day, you could focus on vegetables and healthy fats. While on high-protein days, prioritize high-protein foods like beef or even a creatine shake post-workout. And the best part, all of this without needing complicated methods or drastic changes. But, of course, this is just the beginning. There's a mechanism behind this strategy that goes beyond what meets the eye. Did you know that mTOR activation is like hitting the on button for muscle building? This mechanism, which sounds like something out of a futuristic lab, is essential for muscle protein synthesis. The most exciting part is that it can be optimized depending on how you consume protein throughout the day. A fascinating study divided participants into 3 groups, each using a different protein intake strategy. The group that consumed 40 grams of protein at larger intervals every 6 hours showed the best results, with greater mTOR activation and a more intense anabolic effect. This data not only reinforces the importance of giving time between meals, but also shows how science can directly apply to your daily routine. But why does this work so well? When you consume a large amount of protein at once, the body enters a state of sensitization. It's as if it's eagerly waiting for this moment, and when it arrives, it takes full advantage. On the other hand, frequent small doses may not have the same impact, since the body doesn't feel the need necessary to respond strongly. Think of it like training. If you do the same light exercise every day, the body gets used to it. But if you alternate it with more intense workouts, it responds more efficiently. Applying this, a dinner with 40 grams of protein, like a steak paired with vegetables, may be more effective than splitting that quantity into small meals throughout the day. And what does this have to do with weight loss or muscle gain? Everything. This approach not only optimizes muscle building, but can also improve insulin sensitivity, which is crucial for anyone looking for fast, lasting results. Additionally, combining this strategy with other practices, like intermittent fasting, can further boost these effects. Speaking of fasting, did you know it can also preserve muscle mass while promoting fat loss? This leads us to an intriguing connection between mTOR and the body's physiological adaptations during periods of low-calorie intake. Intermittent fasting is one of the most talked about strategies for weight loss and visceral fat reduction. But what many don't know is how it preserves muscle mass while the body burns fat. A study on alternate day fasting revealed something surprising. Participants consumed just 25% of their caloric intake on fasting days and ate freely on others. The result, a significant reduction in total calorie intake, greater fat loss, and, most impressively, muscle mass preservation. This happens because, during periods of restriction, the body activates protective mechanisms that prevent muscle catabolism. It's like your body saying, okay, let's burn fat but preserve what's essential. And how does this connect with protein cycling? During fasting, the body adapts to use energy stores more efficiently, and strategically consuming proteins during eating periods can amplify these effects. For instance, after a day of partial fasting, eating a protein-rich meal like a salmon fillet or a whey protein shake can maximize muscle synthesis. Moreover, fasting helps improve insulin sensitivity, meaning the body utilizes the nutrients consumed more efficiently. This is especially useful for those seeking quick results and wanting to avoid the dreaded plateau effect in diets. But hold on, it's not just about not eating. The key is in how you organize your fasting and eating periods. A practical strategy would be to fast for 16 hours and concentrate meals within an 8-hour window. Prioritizing protein-rich and low glycemic index foods, as in a low-carb diet. This approach not only helps eliminate visceral fat, but also promotes autophagy, a process of cellular renewal that benefits overall health. And speaking of practical strategies, protein cycling can be a powerful tool to complement fasting. Want to know how? Let's explore this with even more practical examples. Applying protein cycling in practice may seem complicated at first glance, but it's actually quite simple. An intraday approach, for example, involves reducing protein intake for breakfast and lunch, reserving a larger amount for dinner. Imagine starting your day with a fruit smoothie and oatmeal, keeping lunch light with a salad and some avocado. At night, you can go all in on a dish with 40 grams of protein, like grilled chicken breast with vegetables. This strategy creates a protein spike at the end of the day, maximizing muscle synthesis and speeding up results. Another way to apply cycling is by alternating high and low protein intake days. For example, on intense workout days, you can prioritize protein-rich meals like beef, eggs, and whey protein shakes. On rest days, intake can be reduced, focusing more on vegetables, healthy fats, and low glycemic carbs found in low-carb diets. This alternation not only improves metabolic efficiency, but also prevents the body from becoming desensitized to protein, ensuring a stronger anabolic effect on high-protein days. And you know what's even more interesting? This strategy is highly customizable. If you have a busy routine, you can adapt the cycle to your needs. For example, if dinner is the only meal you can dedicate more time to, focus your protein intake on that moment. Additionally, combining fast-digesting sources like whey protein with slow-digesting proteins like ground beef or eggs can extend the benefits throughout the day. And speaking of protein types, each plays a specific role in optimizing results even further. Protein cycling isn't just an interesting strategy. It's backed by mechanisms that can make all the difference in your results. One major benefit is the so-called anabolic rebound. When you reduce protein intake for a period and then increase it, your body reacts with greater sensitivity. It's like it wakes up and takes full advantage of each gram of protein consumed. Imagine having a day of light meals, like a salad with avocado and nuts, and the next day, enjoying a robust dinner with ground beef and vegetables. This metabolic shock could be the push you need to accelerate muscle gain. Another fascinating point is how the body adapts to preserve muscle mass even during periods of low protein or calorie intake, such as intermittent fasting. During these periods, the body activates processes like autophagy, which helps renew cells and eliminate waste. This means that even with less protein, you don't need to worry about losing muscle. On the contrary, when you return to higher protein intake, the body responds even more efficiently. A practical example would be alternating between partial fasting days and high-protein days, ensuring both visceral fat loss and muscle maintenance. And for those on restrictive diets like low-carb, protein cycling can be a powerful tool. It not only improves insulin sensitivity, but also promotes a balance between restriction and metabolic efficiency. It's like giving your body the best of both worlds, the benefits of fasting and the anabolic power of proteins. And you know what's even more interesting? This approach doesn't have to be rigid. You can adapt it to your routine, adjusting quantities and protein types to meet your needs. But how can you customize this practically and sustainably? Let's explore that in the next point. Protein cycling is a strategy that can be shaped to meet each person's needs, making it a powerful tool for those seeking real results. The key lies in personalization. It doesn't matter whether you work out in the morning or prefer evening exercise. The important thing is ensuring the total protein intake for the day. For instance, if your schedule is busy, you can go for a whey protein shake in the morning and a more complete meal like ground beef with vegetables at night. This flexibility makes the method more sustainable and easier to apply, without the pressure of sticking to perfect portions at every meal. Additionally, protein cycling encourages a more strategic and less stressful approach. Instead of worrying about every gram of protein at all meals, you can focus on key moments of the day. For example, consuming a large amount of protein post-workout or at dinner can be more effective than dividing small portions throughout the day. This not only helps with muscle synthesis but also keeps your metabolism active, promoting visceral fat loss and better insulin resistance. It's like giving your body the right fuel at the right time to achieve fast results. What's most interesting is that this approach balances science and practicality. You don't need expensive equipment or complicated diets to implement protein cycling. With simple adjustments, like alternating high and low intake days or combining fast and slow digesting protein sources, you're already on the right track. And speaking of adjustments, the key is experimenting to find what works best for you. After all, what matters is building a routine that's effective and easy to maintain. But now that you know how to apply this strategy, how about exploring how it aligns with other methods to maximize your results? Now that you know the method to lose visceral fat in just 30 days, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you let another opportunity pass by, or will you finally take the first step toward transforming your life? Remember, the key is applying what you've learned. Small changes like adjusting your diet, experimenting with intermittent fasting, or implementing protein cycling can bring results you never imagined. And the best part, it's all simple, practical, and scientifically proven. So, how about starting now? Look in the mirror and ask yourself, am I ready to change? The answer is in your hands. And you know what's even more amazing? You don't have to do this alone. Here on this channel, we're always bringing strategies, tips, and methods that really work. But to continue this journey, you need to stay with me. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and join a community of people who, just like you, are pursuing fast and lasting results. Don't put off until tomorrow what you can start today. Are you ready to go? I want to see you in the comments, sharing your goals and letting me know how I can help you even more. Let's go. The next step is yours.